Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima La Plata, Spanish pronunciation, ๊kluβ y ezˈɣṛima La Plata, English, La Plata Gymnastics and Fencing Club, also known simply as Gimnasia or the acronym CGE, is a professional Argentine sports club based in the city of La Plata, Buenos Aires Province. Founded in 1887 as Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima, 3, the club is mostly known for its football team, which currently plays in the Primera División, the first division of the Argentine football league system. The club was most famously managed by Argentine football legend Diego Maradona from 2019 until his death in November of 2020. Apart from football, CGE also hosts other activities such as athletics, basketball, fencing, futsal, gymnastics, field hockey, martial arts, tennis, roller skating and volleyball. 4. The Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima La Plata was founded on June 3, 1887 as a civil association, and thus is the oldest surviving football club still participating in the Argentine League. The club also claims to be the oldest football club in the Americas, 5-6, despite other football clubs, such as Peruvian Lima Cricket FC, having older foundation dates. Its foundation came barely 5 years after the creation of the city of La Plata in 1882. 7. The first sports offered to its members were, as its Spanish name indicates, gymnastics and fencing. Clubs supporting these sports were common among the upper classes at the end of the 19th century, cf. the prior foundation of Gimnasia y Esgrima de Buenos Aires in 1880. Later on, other disciplines were added, including track and field, football, basketball and rugby. 8. The institution changed name a few times. From April to December 1897 it was called a Club de Esgrima, in English, Fencing Club, because fencing was the only activity practiced at that moment. On December 17, 1897 it returned to its original name, Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima, Gymnastics and Fencing Club. From July 1952 to September 30, 1955, the club was named Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima de Eva Perón, Gymnastics and Fencing Club of Eva Perón, because the city of La Plata itself had been renamed Eva Perón in 1952, after Eva Perón's death. The city returned to its previous name during the government of the Liberating Revolution, and so did the club. However, it remained unduly identified legally as Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima de La Plata, Gymnastics and Fencing Club of La Plata, a mistake that was corrected on August 7, 1964 after the new statute was approved. 3. Gimnasia y Esgrima was promoted to the first division after becoming champions of the División Intermedia of Argentine football in 1915. Later, in 1929, the club won its first Primera División championship. During successive years, Gimnasia became champion of Primera B in 1944, 1947 and 1952 and won the Copa Centenario de la AFA in 1994. Additionally, the squad has been a runner-up in the Primera División on 5 occasions. 1910, the club has remained at the top level of Argentine football for 73 seasons, giving it with Newell's Old Boys the 8th longest participation at this level. The Clásico Platense, La Plata Derby, is the nickname given to the match between La Plata's two main football teams, Gimnasia y Esgrima La Plata and Estudiantes de La Plata. The first official derby took place as part of the Primera División season on August 27, 1916. On that occasion, Gimnasia won 1-0 over Estudiantes, with an own goal by Ludovico Pastor. 11. The first derby of the professional era took place on June 14, 1931. Between August 12, 1932 and September 9, 1934 Gimnasia won 5 consecutive La Plata derbies, the longest run of victories in that derby until Estudiantes emulated that feat in 2006-08. On June 25, 1963 Gimnasia obtained a 5-2 victory, this being the best result so far against Estudiantes. On the other hand, Gimnasia's worst result was a 7-0 defeat on October 15, 2006. 12. A curiosity among the derbies occurred on April 5, 1992, when Gimnasia won over Estudiantes 1-0 at the latter stadium. On that date, as the stands erupted and Gimnasia's fans shouted in celebration at the goal being scored, The seismograph of the local astronomical observatory registered a low-intensity seismic event. That goal was scored by the Uruguayan José Perdomo on a free kick, and it has been known ever since as El Gol del Terremoto, the earthquake goal. 1314. Through more than 120 years of history, the Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima La Plata has had 56 presidents, who are elected individuals who took on the responsibility of steering the institution. Many of them contributed to the growth of the club over the years. Some of them have remained more vivid in the fans' memory for their achievements or outstanding works. 1. Saturnino Perdriel was the founder and first president of Gimnasia y Esgrima La Plata. Perdriel was a merchant during the first few years of the city of La Plata, in addition to being a civil servant at the Treasury Department of the province of Buenos Aires. He died prematurely in 1888, after 1 year as club president. 1. Currently, the president of Club de Gimnasia y Esgrima La Plata is chosen by its associates, by means of general elections that take place every 3 years. 15. Any club member over 18 years of age, and with at least 3 years membership of the club, have a right to vote. Members with over 7 years membership have a right to be elected to the club governmental body, the management commission or directory.